MSTR was trending yesterday, the 7th of November 2025, as its share price swings sharply in line with Bitcoin's volatility, reigniting debates over the company's valuation and long term strategy. As one of the most closely watched Bitcoin proxy stocks, MSTR's performance continues to be heavily influenced by movements in the crypto market, where sentiment shifts can trigger rapid price swings. A lot of things going on there. So let's see what we have here. See, yeah, it says here U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF saw $240 million in net inflows on Thursday, ending a six day outflow. So these ETFs, they are good. They are good, but at the same time, if it's good, if they are good, they're also going to have a downside. The downside is that now that they are now involved with Bitcoin and indeed other assets, and indeed the many crypto assets out there, many of them, tens of thousands of them out there, because they are now involved. There'll be things like this outflows and inflows. You can see 6 days of outflows, you know. So if you thought because Bitcoin has this in fixed quantity, it's not going to be diluted and all that stuff that they think it's going to be stable. When you have ETFs involved, it's going to change the whole picture. It can be stable, the figure can be, fixed, stable, fixed. But the involvement of market makers, ETF funds, the implication of all of that, it's like trading stocks. So because what market makers and ETFs they do with stocks. There's nothing illegal about that. This is when they are involved. This is what you get. You know, when they buy when they because ETFs are involved, they now have to buy Bitcoin. They buy Bitcoin, and then they have to also sell Bitcoin. And then of late as well, there was this talk about LTH, long term holders, that some people were expecting that they were never going to sell, but they did sell. They did sell. Somebody was actually commenting that there isn't really sufficient net inflow into the market. It's just a case of rotating what is there already. So a lot of misconceptions are involved in what's going on. And then at the same time, they involve the the introduction of crypto assets into the mainstream, the ETF funds and the market makers. They're now getting involved openly without any reservations. They're now doing that, so it's changing the whole thing. This is how the mainstream works. The mainstream involves stocks. When you have them, market makers are involved. What goes on. They have to buy at some point. If option contracts are opening up, are rising, they will, especially call contracts, they get in and then probably they buy the underlying assets. The underlying assets might be Bitcoin itself. When they buy Bitcoin, that's good, good, good. But at some point, they have to dump it. So these are the dynamics that are playing out now because of the involvement of ETF funds and market makers. So we have this is what we have going on, right? This is a weekly chart for Bitcoin. The extrapolation saying we can't exactly say that this is what's going to happen at least up till the 1st of December. But all in all, there's a good chance might be what may happen. The oil prices may continue to print, and then a bounce may happen, but it's capped by its 40-week moving average. It's capped by it. No retest of the all-time high of 123.519 anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Let's see what it says for Bitcoin for MSTR. Okay, this is you can see it's totally quite different. They are not well, to some extent they are somewhat correlated, but it's not. The picture does not is not so what are wonderful. So here it's saying okay, yeah, pretty much the same thing. It might pick up a bounce by the 10th of December. That's where they match the most. But outside that, they begin to diverge. I think to some extent. Let's have a look at the daily chart for MSTR. Yeah, MSTR. Okay, expected to begin to consolidate up till consolidation up to going all the way towards the 2nd of December. Then after that, it may break through its 40-day moving average. So in the meantime, it's capped as well. Um, the extrapolation we have here is saying that it's not going to go beyond the space here. It's not going to go beyond the space. So if the stock is going to bounce, yes, the stock will. This is its 3-day moving average. So the stock will be somewhere here, but it's not expected that it's going to break through this 40-day move. This extrapolation from the 40-day moving average is not expected that it's going to break through that. So it's expected that it's going to be trading within the space. So in essence, saying that at various times, these are the prices. This Bitcoin is not expected to, sorry, MSTR is not expected to go through them. So this gives you an option trading strategy, special call spreads and stuff like that. It gives you it gives you it gives suggestion about what can be done with call spreads, especially in the very short term as well. Okay, here extrapolation is saying that a bounce will kick in. We haven't seen that yet. By Monday, the bounce will keep it by Monday the 10th. Yeah, but also it will be capped by the extrapolation of its 40 period moving average. So we're not seeing any retest of previous highs. That's in essence what I'm trying to say. Projection here is saying 255.30. Yeah, it may well do that, but if it does test this, it's a pivotal projection. If it does test it, then there's a good chance that it may be able to break through this 40-day moving average. That's the caveat there. That's the caveat there. Yes, yeah. So if it does do that, then it might be able to retest it. We can see here it failed to do so. It tested it, but it failed to do so. Then it's a down there. But if it attempts it again, then we there's a good chance it may break through its 40-day moving average. But the extrapolation is saying, well, may well be able to do so because this is its 3-day moving average. Yeah, it may come close. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is for midday, the 10th of November. Okay. Yeah, that's what's going on right now. Momentum is expected to pick up from Monday, pre-market session on Monday. We'll see how it goes. Let's see whether Bitcoin's anything positive is extrapolated for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin obviously will be active right now. This is Saturday, the 8th of November. Okay, yeah. Unlike okay, well, I guess maybe because it's always trading, it's expected to break through its 40 period moving average. Yeah, maybe because MSTR is not will not be active for a couple of hours. You may not be able to benefit from the maximum momentum that may flow from Bitcoin itself. Yeah. Okay, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Projections for Bitcoin are saying this is 106 684. Okay, so we'll see how it goes. I'll keep it on updating you. Thank you very much for watching this video.